recent report from The Guardian, a group of researchers just may have received a radio signal from space. The Breakthrough Listen Project is an organization of scientists dedicated to researching the existence of alien life in the universe with the most sophisticated equipment money can buy. They utilize this advanced technology to search for extraterrestrial life through radio telescopes. Their search was just possibly confirmed because they've discovered a radio signal that hasn't been rivaled for possibly originating from alien technology since the WOW signal back in 1977, which is very interesting. And if you're unfamiliar with it, the WOW signal was kind of a big deal. Many people believed that humanity was contacted by aliens in the 70s, when the Big Ear Radio Telescope in Delaware, Ohio, received an anomalous signal from space. It was, in fact, the strongest signal the scientists had ever detected, before or since. The WOW signal didn't last very long, though, maxing out at a mere 72 seconds. But the printout of the signal defied belief. The astronomer who analyzed it was so blown away by it that he wrote "WOW" in big red letters across it. Though that may seem pretty cryptic since we are not space radio signal researchers, but to sum up why it was such a big deal in normal people talk, SETI astronomers had already predicted what radio signals from aliens might look like, and the WOW signal matched what they'd predicted quite well. Efforts were made to return communication, but nothing ever came of it, and some consider the event to be more about publicity than science. However, what is factual is that it is the greatest mainstream source of evidence giving credibility to the existence of intelligent life in the universe. Well, many decades later, the scientists at the Breakthrough Listen Project have yet again received an anomalous radio signal that could be of alien origin. I quote The Guardian, "The narrow beam of radio waves was picked up during 30 hours of observations by the Parkes telescope in Australia in April-May last year. Analysis of the beam has been underway for some time, and scientists have yet to identify a terrestrial culprit such as ground-based equipment or a passing satellite." End quote. And the origin of the signal is pretty interesting because it originated from the sun closest to our own, Proxima Centauri, which is about 4.2 light years from Earth, basically in our backyard. Proxima b, one of the planets in its solar system, is habitable, though it suffers from intense radiation, with the planet's surface basically all but inhabitable to our own understanding of sentient life. But if the signal did originate from the planet, then perhaps it's from life forms that have evolved to sustain insane levels of radiation. Or, more likely, the civilization would be under the planet's surface. However, it's also possible they have abandoned the planet altogether and are void-born in some way, roaming and space-borne civilization in their native solar system. There is no evidence to give any credibility to this theoretical elaboration, though, in any case, but it is interesting to think about. The director of Breakthrough Initiatives stated that we shouldn't get too worked up in solidified beliefs concerning the signal, because it could be Earth-based. But he did admit that there was no evidence to support that theory. It's more likely the director is just trying to keep people grounded in their thinking, instead of jumping to wild conclusions. But is it possible that we're actually getting contacted by aliens? Are we close to alien contact? It's pretty convenient and interesting that this signal comes from our closest neighbor. Well, our closest neighbor that has inhabitable planets. But even if an alien race was trying to contact us, would we even be able to comprehend it? Would we even be able to understand them? Or what makes up their existence? Does a pet goldfish understand anything that's outside of its fish tank? Does it understand its owner looking at it, tapping on the glass and feeding it? Does it understand anything outside of the glass in the room around it? Or is it so underdeveloped that it's not even capable of comprehending anything outside of its fish tank?